Beautiful. Hello, everybody. This is Lee Hill. I am your hair coach coming to you, giving you information, helping you to restore your hair. Let me show. I like that. I don't know. I like to see that mirror. Helping you to restore your hair back, right? And giving you just tips and information to get you there. Now, these little short videos are not going to, you take little bits and pieces. So I do have a course that I created for you guys. It's called Shed No More. I'm going to have a link at the bottom. It's dearhairloss.com. Click on that link. There's a free training. It's going to give you insight on what to expect in this course that's going to help you transform yourself, restore your hair if you're experiencing hair loss, or if you are one of those women that just want to have more long, luxurious, beautiful hair, right? So I did a wash and go real quick this morning. So everything is like really, really curly or whatever, but look at that. I like shrinkage, because as the day goes on, it changes up. Anyway, so today's topic, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. How's everybody doing? Today's topic is the top 4 reasons why your hair grew back in certain areas it did not, right? And so these are 4 top reasons for me that I experienced with my clients that was experiencing what you may be experiencing right now, and you're like, I don't understand, right? And we normally come up with the one of the last ones that we're going to talk about, but these are maybe ones you don't even realize, okay? Chemotherapy drugs, right? A lot of times when you go through chemo, they're going to give you all this medication to take, right? And I've had a lot of clients that went through cancer, unfortunately, and majority of them gratefully did make it through and are in remission and doing well, right? And I remember that they went through that stage where they lost their hair. That is definitely a mental check. That is a humbling thing to go through. And when you're taking that type of medication, you can experience hair loss. Now, a lot of times, majority of the time, your hair will come back. However, it depends on the dosage. If it's a really, really high dosage, you will see hair restored, but you will see certain parts as it grows, it's a little bit finer or thinner. A lot of times, I've seen with my clients where I don't know what's in the drug, but once they come into remission and everything and they start getting their hair done, their hair grows drastically, like 5 times faster, and the texture is totally different. So I've seen that as well. But if you have a high dosage and you notice that, hey, my hair is growing back, but it's not growing back how it used to, that could be the reason, right? So that could be the reason. You want to still take your little oils, I don't care what it is, massage in there, those different areas, and continue to do the regimen that you need, because you are, thank God you are in remission, you're doing great. And even if you're not in remission, you go ahead and, continue to do what's necessary to help you be the beautiful person that you are. The next one could be thyroid dysfunction, right? So if it's a disrupt in your thyroid production, what happens is that thyroid hormone, it can cause hair loss. So your hair can grow back, but when it grows back, you'll see that same thing where it's like it's a little bit thinner. Now, the first video I posted on Monday, I'm going to post that video Monday. It's talking about celebrating your hair. So being grateful that you're even having hair to grow back. So think of it in that way. Yeah, it's a little bit thinner. I still would do the regimen from the video on Tuesday about the 5 oils best to grow your hair. I still would do that regimen and massage it into my scalp each week, right? I would do that at least 2 to 3 times a week. All right, so it doesn't hurt. It's not going to hinder it, right? The other one is scalp buildup. That's why I don't believe in co-washing, especially for my texture of hair, because there's a lot of product buildup in my hair, in my strands, right? And so product buildup when it's on your scalp, of course, you're clogging up your hair follicles, you're blocking your hair follicles, and it's gonna the buildup is causing your hair to thin. People don't realize that. I remember, I don't know if you guys can remember this. This was way back. I'm going down memory lane. When I would go to the hair salon, when it was time to get my relaxer, my mom would wash my hair like every week, right? But when it was time to get my relaxer, when she started giving me a relaxer, I think I got into the 8th grade, she would say, oh, leave your hair dirty because the relaxer is better. Don't leave your hair dirty, honey. No, don't wash your hair right before. If you're one of those ones that want to get a relaxer, don't do that because you're going to burn. Your scalp's going to be irritated. But don't be waiting 2-3 weeks, a month and not washing your hair, because guess what? You're defeating the purpose. You're doing all this service and adding all these products to grow your hair, but it can't grow because the hair follicle is blocked. So that is a cause of it. Easiest way, clarifying shampoo, come back in with a conditioning shampoo and a conditioner, and you will see your hair flourish. It's really that simple, guys. Damaged hair follicles, and that comes from not getting, when you're doing bad practices, a lot of the braiding of the hair tied and the glues and the lace fronts, and you're seeing your hair thinning, and you never get the treatment. You never go see a professional, a dermatologist or a trichologist, and you see it, and it goes through these different stages. Once it gets too shiny, which I can't really talk about because I was like, oh, your hair is not going to grow back. But I have a trichologist that I'm going to have on a live next month, and she was saying, and she was one of the ones that had a client like that, and the client started growing her hair. So it's a kind of hit or miss for me when it comes to that. So that's when you have the scarring, and that's permanent hair loss. So you're going to have to look at other avenues. You're most likely going to have to continue to wear the lace fronts and different things like that. But don't let me tell you, don't go by this video, go by a professional that can look at your scalp, look at your blood work, and tell you what it is. All right. And really quick story, I had my daughter, she was about 5 years old, and I used to take her to the park, and the cats, I guess she was playing in the sand, the cats had peed in that sand, and she got some in her hair. And then that next day, she had like right in this area, she had like pus and bleeding, and when you touch it, she would cry. And I'm like, what is that? So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could wash it. So I tried to clean it off, and everything, and put a little oil, and it burned even more. And so I was like, oh my God, what is this, So she went to school, and then when she came back, it got bigger. It was more pusky, blistery looking, and then it went to another area. So I took her to the doctor immediately. I was like, I took her to the dermatologist. He gave me medication that he said, if you give it to her, it's going to clear this up, but it's going to damage her liver. 5? No. Thank God I had my ex-mother-in-law, who was a pediatric nurse down here in Miami, Florida, and she put together some stuff. One of the stuff was monostat. I know y'all like, what? Yeah, a little bit of monostat 7. I don't know what. She put that in there, and she put that on my daughter's hair, and then her hair cleared, shiny. And I was like, oh, her dad cried. I never seen him cry. He cried because he was like, my daughter had super long hair, it was like to her butt, right? And she had this bald spot here and a little bald spot in the back. And his mom, that was when I wasn't, was I a hairstylist? I was a hairstylist. I just used to take the rosemary oil, put it on my fingers, and just massage every day. And I cried too. And eventually my daughter said, Mommy, don't worry, my hair is going to grow back. And it did grow back, but it didn't grow back fully because I waited at least a week before I even went and got the treatment. And it was a fungal infection that was it was like a bad bacteria infection that was just eating through. So ladies, I hope this video helps you and that you can identify with it. Don't forget to click the link on dearhairloss.com. Get that information, get that free training. Definitely sign up for the course, take that course. Let's go ahead and change the look on women and hair loss, because your hair can be restored, right? And last but not least, on each of my videos, I always put on there the link for a dermatologist, so you can look for one in your area, okay? I'll see you guys next video. Submissions. Bye.